Welcome to another episode of the American Beer Review Podcast.
Good times with good friends requires good beer. Lucky for us, we know how to pick all three.
We're a group of friends who grew up in the Pacific Northwest, giving us a jump start on our craft beer journey.
Join us today while Brian... I pride myself on not getting to know other people, so do not put that on me.
Alec.
So the bananas up until like the 60s were an entirely different species of banana?
And Chad. It hit me like a wrecking ball.
Review some beer, talk about beer topics, and whatever else comes up. We invite you to pour yourself a drink and hang out with us.
Okay.
What's going on here? We're switching to this one? Whatever.
I took the time,
Keep going.
to look at the Discord to see what was going on.
Okay.
I don't remember why or what I was bored. Maybe it was Chet's text messages yesterday. I'm good. And so I was looking through it and I was like, the reviews of all the things, like, okay, that's cool, all right. Why are we, didn't we already do Festivus? Like, didn't we already review that beer? And then I actually read the, like, stuff on it, and I was like...
There you go. Ooh, which one's that?
The seasonal IPA?
Mm.
There's one in the beer fridge.
There still is one at my sister's that I haven't finished because it's an IPA. I think that'll just touch there. That's perfect.
Well, I'll send it there and whatever.
Yeah.
You just flag me for. Just take it.
That's fine. I like it way up there.
I can't see it at all.
I don't want to deal with it.
All right.
So this is a repeat.
This
So this is like like I wrote in the Discord. We finally are going to follow up on hey, let's try this beer next year. Do we? I don't think we actively looked for the Trader Joe's this year. I did. I sure as shit
Just based on it.
I sure as shit didn't. But as we did last year with last year's
Festivus.
artwork,
I would say the artwork's different, right?
yeah,
Yes.
So it's more in line with like that new refresh they did.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
But they change it every year because this is a seasonal
And this one, well,
holiday pale ale.
so Black Raven Brewing's Festivus Infused Pale Ale this year. So
they added
it
that.
wasn't infused. I mean, not that it wasn't, but they didn't call it out.
It's not on the artwork from last year, so
So
yeah.
I'll pass these around. So these are in order. Yours, Brian's, mine. So I cleaned the glasses, but in case there's
We'll
latent corona
We'll live.
on them.
yeah.
I am fully not vaccinated.
I have
Against
toddlers.
COVID?
So
No. That's yours, Chad.
he
I
literally
literally
said
just
it.
pointed
He
them.
gave you instructions.
It was the same. It was the same order you were handing them out last time.
30 seconds. My brain was off. Sorry.
I am a little worried that I got to start doing like a tracker of like my brain and some of the things that I like forget and don't do.
Oh, I started doing some of those brain games.
Yeah, I might
Yeah.
need to get myself on some of that.
Oh,
Crossword puzzle.
praying
the
for
Wordle.
some dementia. Easiest way to go.
Okay, so
Festivus Pale Ale. Festivus. It's
Oh.
the same one as last time.
yes, but there's a 2023 version to check in on Untapped.
There you go. So
There we go.
we read it almost a year ago when we did our Black Raven
Yeah.
review. Festivus easy to drink, brilliant copper holiday pale ale brewed with orange peels, Northwest cranberries, galangal root, and a melange of festive spices that should wrap you in warmth of a snowed in winter heart. So
I think
similar-
we need to review this every year.
I'm cutting that bitch. I'm cutting that
Just-
audio from last year in.
just so we have to hear galangal root every
well,
time.
I did listen to last year's podcast because that's what Chad called out. Like, we talked about reviewing this, and what did we actually say about it? And we spent probably 5 minutes on galangal root, and I'm like, I don't know what this word is. And Brian's like, spice? You don't know how? Melange. You know what that word is? I'm like, I know that one. What's this galangal
root.
galangal root? All of us rated as excellent seasonal beer last year. Something that we would search for and potentially grab and take to a party. Was, I think, our collective consensus.
That, like, spice, like it's the spice is there. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely putting itself into a season, a time of year.
And we missed it again.
A little bit.
Festivus is
yes.
December 23rd, so
Yeah.
we are...
But we're already...
It's Christmas Adam? That's Festivus?
I don't know what that
Have I told you about this?
No. No idea.
Before Eve is Adam.
Oh.
So the day before Christmas Eve.
Oh, boy, howdy. I'm out of my depth here.
I'm
treading water.
It's a joke that my family used to do because we'd have so much family stuff that we'd have to push stuff into a different day.
So you just started making up holidays.
So if going in reverse order, you have Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas Adam.
Oh, okay, got it.
Now you
got
get
it now. Yeah.
So it is, but I didn't know it's so.
It was on the podcast last year.
Probably. I did this whole thing.
Is the only reason. Yeah, we had this exact same discussion.
No, as soon as you just said Galangal root, it just popped in my head. Oh, yeah, because I was going to do the same thing and listen to it, but then I started photoshopping.
No, you're way more productive doing that, and it's not one of our better. It was fine. It was episode 14, so it was only like our
second or third one back.
Would have been our sixth
one
back.
So, but,
like right when we were hitting our.
That's like our fourth or fifth session back. Yeah.
I was looking to see what I gave it a 4.0 last year too. January 8th, 2023.
That's what I'm saying. We're almost a month exactly.
A year.
That's why when
a year, sorry.
When I was in Costco last weekend and I saw this, I pulled up the website and I was like, when did we review this? I was like, oh, it's so damn close.
I've been a little disappointed with the Costco beer selection lately. They just have less. The only upside, I've said it, I at least know this, Alec. I know I've said it on the podcast before, but just about any time I go to Costco and there is a 4-pack of Irish Death Tall Boys for like $6.40, I'm gonna buy them.
Throw it in right there next to your Kirkland Light.
Like, they don't even have it anymore.
I know. It lasted for like a year.
Yeah.
I can't remember the price on this, but when I saw the price, I went, oh, yes.
Oh,
because
nice.
it was on the grocery store shelf, too.
Oh,
and I saw the price, and I was like,
Black Raven is competitive. They're not an overpriced.
That was whatever it was in Costco.
You might be able to say
I think
more.
I want to say we're like at $2 or $3 a pint.
Like, that's
right now.
I mean,
I don't want to put
probably
up
3 at least.
Yeah. There's probably state taxes on the receipt, but all I care about is what the labels, what the little 3x5 says.
I'm always intrigued by when I go to the grocery store and some, like, I don't pay enough attention to see, like, if consistently, there's always the 6-pack beer prices are always $10.99, but mostly like $11.99, $12.99.
Or they're $14.99, but
no, but that's what.
But then $2 or $4 off if you have your card.
$14.99 are usually the 4-pack of Tall Boys. Those are 13 or 14. But there's always 1 or 2 that are like the $1 off, and I am the sucker that the $1 difference sways my purchasing. If one is $12.99 and the other's $11.99,
they paid the tax.
That's what I'm wondering. It's like, are they just? Am I getting suckered in? Is this like an old, like, hey, this has been on the shelf for like?
You would be shocked at how effective it is.
6 weeks. Let's make sure we
entirely how effective it is.
Yeah. This is delightful.
Yes.
It just like I forget. I forgot. I didn't listen to the podcast, but like. This is a perfect time and place beer. This is a great one that I wish I would have paid attention to. We really need to look and see when. We don't need to. I'm going to say this. Don't make me follow up on it. I would have loved to have had some packs of this in December.
Well,
that would have been great for going to certain parties, different things, and like.
We had Bonfire yesterday, last night.
Oh,
this would have been a perfect.
This is a
4-pack
great one.
while we're burning old furniture.
Is that the only time you guys do bonfires? I feel like that's what we did last time.
Yep.
This would be perfect.
Get some utility out of it. Send it to Valhalla.
In your Stanley cup, your insulated cup outside.
Oh yeah.
This would be a great.
It was cold enough you wouldn't need it to be insulated.
I meant for your hand.
Oh, a koozie would have sufficed.
I think this is.
That's fair enough.
Sorry,
more?
I'm gonna
take it.
I'm gonna
Finish
take
it
some
off.
more.
Is it, whoa, finishing it off already.
or whatever, top off.
Yeah, that's good.
I think this would. I'll talk in the microphone. I think this would even warm up pretty
Yeah.
good this
Oh,
year's.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's that. I want to say last year's had more. The volume knob on the spice was turned up a little more.
Mm.
Maybe.
This year, a little more subdued, but I'm getting the galangal root. And a little bit of that orange peel kind of in the very back.
It also could have been the fact that it was our 4th or 5th episode back. And
Oh,
so the
God.
spices were hitting maybe the two of us in
Yeah,
particular a little
yeah.
bit harder versus
Yeah.
now we've had a year of drinking.
Current beer.
Is this also when we were drinking entire pint, like cups or cans by ourselves?
on this one, 'cause this we did
we figured that out by then.
Because we did 4 beers for this episode. But that's what we tasters. I think this was the switch to tasters.
Yeah.
Did you say Buddha hand earlier?
No.
Ale brewed with galangal root and Buddha hand.
Oh.
Huh.
I read
Baker?
off their website, not off the
Okay.
can.
Okay.
So maybe old, although it says infused on their website. So it's part of their Black Feather series, which I don't know if we mentioned
It says
last
yes, on
year.
here.
And so the Black Feather looks like they're seasonal-ish because
Oh, that makes sense.
it's not called seasonal, but Festivus, a Fruit Wizard Grapefruit Wit.
Huh.
Sounds good. A tropical IPA, and then Feather Weather Coffee Stout, which sounds
Ooh.
delightful.
I want
Yeah.
some of that.
And it's outside of the other seasonal
which is
that
the
we
IPA
had.
one.
Yeah.
Because they have a Best of the Nest seasonal, so I don't know what the Black Feather is versus. Because I feel like this was Best of the Nest last time around, so maybe the Black Feather.
What's in the best of the nest now? While we're at it, we have
Yeah,
some.
sure, why not?
Grandfather Raven Imperial Stout, a Cryo Fresh Hop IPA, Flocktoberfest, Fresh Hop West Coast IPA,
Huh.
Splinter Scotch Ale, the Flat Stick Players Club
Okay, yeah,
Pilsner
yeah.
we had last year, and a Wisdom Seeker Double IPA.
Interesting. It's just different series that obviously. I know they did a refresh of the branding.
Yes.
This one,
It's still the stock can with a sticker on it.
yes, it is. They went a little more cartoony with this one, but I kind of like it.
Yes. Yes.
With like
Kept it fun and festive.
the bird holding the like ornament, like the little snowflakes floating around. So the old one, I keep looking at it, is a very more traditional, stately aspect to it. But I kind of dig this.
Yeah,
one
and
as
that
well.
was what they used on those when we did the blueberry essence of beer. They had the hops, the water,
right.
the
Yeah,
malt.
yeah.
They
Okay.
used that same art style on that.
Gotcha.
The Kitty Cat Blues.
No, there was a different one
Oh.
that was
The one where they did the celebration of the 4
Oh, okay.
parts of beer.
Did we?
We didn't try those. We just talked about them, didn't we?
I think
We ripped the blueberry, which was the celebration of water,
Mm.
I think.
I think
That was around Portland
Chad
time.
is correct.
Yeah.
I want some of their alternate dimensions.
Oh, that series.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it in
the watermelon mint sour.
Yes, that one I've seen in the store. Oh,
Okay. Oh, man, we just turned this into a double.
yeah, we might have. I was just trying to look and see because Kitty Cat Blues is different than the one that Chad was talking about for that like elements thing. But I can't remember. Oh yeah,
if
he
there
was
was-
drinking a freaking Black Raven the other night too.
If there was only some like program that I could use to track like when I was drinking beers, so I could go back and see if I've had it before or when I've had it, it'd be
And-
super handy.
And if you like already had an account created that you just had to like figure out how to reactivate.
No, I use it to lurk. I can see what you're drinking, and I'll use it as cross reference when I do my research.
I can't remember the name of that beer, so I can't find it. And they have 200. Oh, this might be a fail. Oh,
Nope, gone. May have been consumed unwittingly.
It seems in my rage I consumed it all.
There you go. So this okay, so we're not moving on, but my son caught me lying,
oh.
and this beer reminded me of it.
Okay.
The last time I had to bring him, not had to, but brought him here.
Oh yeah.
I usually listen to like our last podcast on the way here, just to get in like a
Gotta
headspace
get
and be able
juices
to
flowing.
well, and just see what segue and carry over like the conversation. So I'm listening to it.
Show prep.
Right.
I know what you're talking about.
So I'm listening to it in the car with him, and he's like, "Dad, you keep saying you're gonna put this in your beer fridge or the main fridge, but I don't see any of these beers ever show up in our fridge." Well, it's more of a rating scale.
It's kind of a thing. It's a bit.
It's a gimmick.
I didn't. If we did do that one, Chad, I never checked it in.
I know we talked about it, but I don't know if it ever showed up.
It might have been a backup beer.
Could be.
I have no idea.
Oh well. Well,
but
hey, guess what? Next time it shows up, maybe we grab all four and do all four in a little special.
We'll see.
Maybe. We'll see.
The
year is young.
it is ish.
It's very young at this point.
Barely a weekend.
Huskies haven't even won the national championship yet.
Tomorrow.
As we record.
Put it on tape. Rip the parlay, baby.
I take it back. Because I said the Mariners were definitely making the playoffs last year.
Don't do it to me. Guys,
we're
I don't know.
we're
where
under
we're going with that.
135 million in payroll, baby. Come
Oh,
on,
man. Well,
put a smile on your face.
Hey,
we're profitable.
Here's a question:
We're profitable.
Who makes more money? The Mariners players, the University of Washington football players,
Right.
Oh, this
who's made the playoffs more in the last, what are we at, 20 years? I mean, the playoffs haven't been around for 20 years, but Mariners.
Not football, but they still made it more.
Yeah.
They've gone twice
now I'm
in
sad.
8 years.
Now I'm sad again.
I think because they went in 2016 and now 20. I don't never know how to like
I'm just gonna
categorize it.
stare into this light till I go blind. Talking about the Mariners.
If the because this is really the 22 football season,
What? No.
23 football
23.
season.
Yeah.
Yes,
So are
'cause
you-
The year is now 2024.
Are you the 2024 national champions, or are you the
No, it's the 2023 season.
2023
It's the 2023
national
season.
champions?
I don't know. Because the NFL's the same way.
The
We're
season
across
started
year.
in 2023.
But I think it's about when.
The game was played?
But then it makes me wonder:
No,
was
it's the
there
season.
a year? Because
It doesn't matter 'cause
when there
it's
was
Super
shorter
Bowl,
seasons.
It's Super Bowl.
No,
Whatever.
just
Roman
stick with
numeral.
college, just to streamline. Was there a year ever that there were two national champions from that same year, but it is that one happened? Oh no, I guess it would have been a year where there
No,
were
it doesn't
none.
matter. The New Year Six is always New Year Six.
But they weren't always. No, you're right. They were. They have always.
Yeah,
been.
it's always been.
There was always a bowl
held
game on that one
because
You're
it's
right.
it's whatever and it's whatever
The only
year the
change
season
would
starts
be
in.
was there ever when there weren't bowl games, and it was just the regular season declared a national champion.
I wasn't alive.
No, none of us were.
So
Well, and
don't
that's
know.
like I have friends who are going to this game, flying to Houston. A bunch of them left. A couple of them left last night. The rest of them left today. By this time, they are hopefully at a bar. They found maybe some fans and are watching the Seahawks play. But I forgot where I was going with that.
They're down there for the.
It's
national-
a once in a lifetime thing because literally the last time you'd have played theoretically for a national
It was
championship.
97.
91.
91? No.
That's when we won our last national
I
championship.
thought they were co-nationals in,
In
later
91.
days. Oh,
Both of
okay.
ours are co-nationals because that's how it got done. Because it was before pitting the top teams together. It was just you won your conference, you play the Big Ten, and you still won, so you are the same as that guy over there.
Theoretically, you're as good as that other guy.
So it was only when the bowl.
So what you're telling me is, even though it is gross and gritty and nobody hates it, or at least have progress in this current iteration of the college football.
A little bit in that, like, people can argue it less. Like this.
The two top teams actually are going to play each other.
In theory, this becomes the first. If the UW wins, this becomes their first undisputed national
there we
championship
go. There we go.
because
that
it's
makes
not,
more sense to me.
They've got
So
a lot
you
of belts.
should get a belt.
Right?
Is what
Yeah, we'll see. So.
I think this the big stuffy NFL and whatnot should learn from. Everyone's making like the turnover.
I'm getting it. It's jumped the
Things-
shark.
No.
It's jumped the shark.
Oh no,
on
wait!
me.
Dude, I love it. I want you stepping up on like a throne of helmets
I watched a
and
game.
put on your turnover chain. I watched
I watched a
love it.
game where whenever the defense got a turnover, they
Finally the
stabbed
defense
the football and put it on a
the
sword.
with the trident.
No, just on their sword. So they had a football stabbed into a sword.
Who was that? Was it?
I don't know.
Some Arizona
They
school.
ended up with 7 turnovers or something.
Yeah, it was-
And at one point they're like, I don't think they can fit more footballs on the sword for the gimmick if this keeps going.
I liked more the person who there was a dedicated person who had to hold the sword
Oh yeah.
until the turnover happened, and I saw the trepidation in their eyes every time they had to hand it to the player. Just like, you are too jazzed up right now.
Do not hurt yourself.
You might murder somebody doing it, but I'm gonna do this and hand you the football anyways, and I'm running the fuck away. But
right.
anyways, I'm putting this wonderful seasonal beer
Yeah.
from Black Raven Brewing. Seasonal beer fridge. Obviously, duh.
But here's the problem.
We didn't.
When I see it.
but metaphorically.
You did. Though he did.
I think it's
And
still
he
in
bought it.
season now.
He
I
saw
think
it
I
and-
think it's still in season now.
Yes. And
Would
maybe
it be
haven't
great to
seen
grab it between November, Thanksgiving, and Christmas? Yes, it'd be great.
Maybe
to
I
pick
just
it up,
haven't seen
but-
it, so I can feel better about it. But in Alex Child's defense, I did not put it in a seasonal beer fridge, which I probably said I would do last year because the season came and went. I don't have the beer.
What I did do over this last year is I did have several more Black Ravens than I had in years previous.
You 100%.
So it put him back on my radar. So the
Same.
Festivus, I did not
Same.
necessarily grab this year like
Yeah.
I said I would, but I did go after like a second site.
We did second. I got the like IPA series. I had one before we even reviewed it. Like,
So I didn't walk past it in the grocery aisle like I had been.
and it's one of those that I talked about where it's like it became the one that I just kind of like. Okay, you're around, but like I actually did. Yes, I give them more, and it's not my style, but I saw those alternate dimensions
Yeah.
many times, and it never fit what I wanted at the time. So yeah, but I at least gave them a lot more of a look, and then bought a few more than I would have.
Well, yeah. I got freaked out when I was doing the research for this because they have like a 50th anniversary. Right? Same reaction I had. And I'm going, that's not correct.
Dear Lord, I must spit my water out.
They made
Am I in the Twilight Zone?
yeah 50th anniversary for I think it was some concert hall or cinema. Swift.
Thank Jesus.
Cinema, which I didn't do any more
I thought
research.
You were also then saying it was Taylor Swift's.
No.
50th
Like
anniversary.
SWIFF, I think, or SWFF. I think
SIF.
SIF. There you go.
Seattle International Film Festival.
Oh,
There you go.
okay,
So
okay,
50th
okay.
anniversary.
I feel
They made a beer for this, but they're like
Nice.
50th anniversary ale, and I'm like,
Uh-oh.
what happened? Have I been in a coma and nobody told me?
Neo, I have something to tell you.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try to track it down earlier next year, but our glasses are.
Did you guys fridge this?
I think we are all on the same
We said
page.
it's-
Okay, cool.
Looking forward to
Hey,
earlier next
30
year.
seconds, baby.
God, we gotta get that looked at.
All right. Our glasses are empty. Hopefully yours are too. We'll catch you next time.
If you've enjoyed what you just heard, make sure you subscribe to get new episodes when they drop, and don't forget to leave us a review. If you want to see what we're drinking when we're not on the pod, you can follow us on social media at A Beer Review. Feel free to send us any beer suggestions that we can make Chad go buy off of Tavor.